Today online, you have a lot of people, a lot of solopreneurs who are coming online for the very first time who really want to be successful. But the problem is they really don't understand what it takes to be successful online. And you have a lot of people who say, okay, I want to make some arbitrary number like $10,000 a month. But they don't really look at what it takes to make that $10,000. And that's what I want to show you today in this video. So stay tuned. How's it going? Strategic Marketing Geek here. And really quickly, I want to give you a really simple example of what it would really take to make $10,000 online. You can literally apply this to any goal you have. It honestly doesn't matter. If you take what you learned in this specific video, not only will you have a mile marker that you can hold yourself accountable to, or a GPS system, if you will, to get to your success, but more importantly, you will be able to know where you're missing a boat at and what you need to do to correct it, or if you need to go in a different direction. So in order to show you that, instead of just being a talking head, I'm going to actually take you to my iPad and I'm going to show you it using a simple illustration. So let's go. All right, so here we are at my iPad, and as you can see, we have Jim. And this is typically how it works. Most people are right here. They're wanting more out of life, and they're trying to figure out how they can get over here. So in this example, since I know most people want to make 10K a month, we're going to just use 10K per month. Now, here's what you have to understand about this. You see these lines right here? These are all the potholes that Jim is going to have to overcome. And the very first pothole is measuring. You have to be able to have a goal. If you don't have your goal, or you don't know what your goal is, then honestly, you have no chance of getting past your very first pothole, which is this one right here. So for example, let's say Jim wanted to make $10,000. What most people do is they walk through here and just say, okay, I want to make $10,000. And that's what they walk around telling everybody they want to do. But they don't actually ever, write it down or set a goal or something like that. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, Jim is selling a $100 product. So his product is $100. And let's say his commission off that $100 is 50%. So that means on average, he makes $50 for every sale. And this is a one-time offer. So if this is a one-time offer, the question becomes, how many sales do Jim need to make this month in order to hit 10K a month? Well, most people don't know that. And if you want to know how to do this, you can do it with me. Just simply pull out your phone and go to your calculator. Now, all you have to do is take 10,000 divided by 50, and that's going to give you 200. So you need 200 sales per month, each and every month, to hit this. Now, the problem with this is most people would stop right here. Okay, I need 200 sales. Okay, well, 200 sales, how many visitors do I need? See, this is the numbers we need to know. We need to know visitors. We need to know, visitors and hits could be the same thing. After we know visitors and hits, we need to know leads if you're collecting leads. If you're not collecting leads, don't worry about it. And then we need to know, obviously, sales. Now, first thing first, we know it's going to take 200 sales, right? So what we could do is we could divide 200 by 0.03%. That's going to give us how many leads we need. So we, on average, need 6,600, and let's just say 70. That's not the right amount, but I don't like 666. So we're going to just say 6,670 leads. Now, if we divide that by, let's say our average conversion rate is 0.40%. So we're going to say 0.40, and that's going to give us 16,600, and again, 70 again. Again, that's not the accurate math, but I'm just putting that because I don't like 66666, all right? So now let's do this. Let's do the math on this. We know we need on average to do $10,000 per month right here. These are our numbers. This is our GPS. This is what we use to get to get past this very first hurdle. Because now that we know our numbers, okay, we need 16,670 hits. So visitors. Of that, we need 6,670 of those people to actually see our offer over here. And of that, we need 200 of them to actually pull out their money and buy for us to be able to make 10,000. And that's at $50 per month. And that's on average is $50 per sale. And we know that because 200 times 50 is $10,000. So here's what I really need you to understand. And here's why I wanted to show you that quick example is because when you sit down to write out a goal, yeah, it's cool to have those goals that's, through the roof and that's going to challenge you. But it's also super important to have those goals that is small, quick wins that you can check off. And the reason for this is because at the end of the day, you don't want to give yourself such a super high goal where you feel like it's insurmountable. Because if you don't believe you can do it, the reality is you're not going to even attempt to do it because you already feel like you can't do it. And that's the problem as a solopreneur when you're doing this thing by yourself, when you're coming online, building your business by yourself. You really want to stop and take a moment to think about how you can get your first sale and build from there. It's okay to have, $10,000 as the big picture, but you want to step back a few steps and bring it down to something obtainable. And each one of these steps, just like on here, each one of these steps right here represent more things that you have to overcome. You don't want to go from right here all the way to the end because that's not how success works. That's not the reality. And most times, more than not, most people are not going to be able to stick with it that long. So by you having these right here, these little quick wins, these are what's going to keep you moving along the path to the $10,000 per month or whatever your goal may be. In this example, it's 10,000. But these little milestones, this is what keeps you on the path. And guess what? If somewhere right here you just hit a brick wall and you can't go no further or something happened, then it's easy for you to change up your approach because you're using data. You're using real data. You're using proven numbers to hit your goal. And all things being equal, if this is 40%, which I'm pretty sure that's super high, so it's probably realistically going to be more like 25 to 35% for the average person. But 3% is the average for the new person in sales. And then you can see right here, this is your hits. Now, when you really break this down, 16,670 hits at a 40% conversion rate, that's honestly really not a lot, which is kind of cool. Now, here's the last thing I need you to understand about this. When you're actually doing this and you're actually serious about going after your goals, the worst thing you can do in the world, and trust me, I made this mistake. The very worst thing you can do is look around at everybody else, see them making the $20,000 or $30,000 a month and try to rush to get to them, because then it takes you off the value path of serving whatever audience you decide to serve. And it puts you on the path of, I want to chase the money. And anytime you chase money, I guarantee you won't win. Like, I was online for the better part of easily 4 to 5 years trying to figure out how to do network marketing, chasing money, before I realized that, hey, I'm just not going to win at network marketing. And I switched it up, went to affiliate marketing. And within the first, 2 weeks, I made my first $4,000. But previously, when I was in network marketing, I spent the better part of 4 to 5 years. And I made roughly $135 and like 27 cents or 26 cents, something like that. I was literally just looking up the numbers for this video, but it's somewhere around there. I didn't make $136. So, and then when I looked at all the money I spent well over $10,000 over the course of that 4 years trying to learn how to do network marketing. So the worst thing you can do is change your approach. If you look at any business goal, While their business goes, yes, they have a bottom line. They want to meet a certain number. But at the end of the day, their goal is to serve as many people as possible with their product. And if you make that your goal, to serve as many people as you possibly can by solving whatever problem you decide to tackle in your niche, you're more likely to be successful with that than looking around at how many people or how much money you're making versus how much someone else is making. Because I'm telling you, online today, you have a lot of people out there that do a lot of fake screenshots that's not really making half what they claim they're making. And then you have the other half who has a team behind them who's able to produce content at a crazy pace. Like, for example, one of the things that I've seen is people are really trying to do what Gary Vaynerchuk does. Now, honestly, personally, I bought all his books. I like him as an individual. But as far as the, work till your fingers fall off, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not for me. Like, if you look at Gary Vaynerchuk, when he was doing Wine Library TV till now, it looked like he aged like 20, 30 years. Like, that's not the lifestyle I want. And this is not me throwing shots at Gary because, he has a whole team. He has $100 million company. He's doing what he loves. But I'm using this to prove a point. If you don't want a person's lifestyle and you don't want what they want, then you shouldn't compare yourself to the way they do things. And that's just the reality. You have too many people out here that's, chasing a get rich quick dream or chasing a laptop lifestyle, but don't want to put in the work. And the reality is, as a solopreneur, all we can do is put in work because we don't have the, 7 or 8 different teams working on each social media account like Gary does. So at the end of the day, you really want to make sure you have this stuff right here locked down. Once you know your numbers, and what you want your end goal to be, you can literally say, my goal is to get to $20,000 a month in this specific niche. And then you can literally sit down and work backwards to come up with those numbers, to be able to know how many hits or how many visitors do I need to my website every single month, how many leads, what's my lead conversion rate, what's the least amount of conversion I can get and still hit my number, and then how many sales I need. I'm telling you, if you do this, you will be surprised at how quickly your mind swift change from, being a person who consumes content all the time to a person who actually looking for real tangible results, real information, going to your website, seeing how many hits you got, seeing how many clicks you got, things like that. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. I have a ton of more content coming your way. I have a new setup. I'm super excited about that. So I'm able to actually be on my iPad now. How cool is that? Being on my iPad and not always going to the big computer when I really don't need it. So make sure you subscribe. If you want to know what the best affiliate marketing course is right now in 2019, I have that linked up for you in the show notes below, as well as my 2019 action guide, step-by-step, how to start making money with affiliate marketing for 2019 right now. And it's something that has been proven to work and will continue to work from now and way, way, way into the future. Honestly, it won't stop working because it's just battle tested and proven. And when you're first getting started online, that's what you want to do. You want to do the stuff that's already proven to work. With that being said, this is the Strategic Marketing Geek. Now I'll see you in the very next video. Till next time.